A small bite for the astronauts, but a huge bite for humanity because, listen to this, astronauts Scott Kelly, Kjell Lindgren and Kimiya Yui made history today by being the first group of humans to eat the first 100% space-grown meal ever. Not the fanciest, but the crunchy head of red romaine lettuce they had in their menus today represents a breakthrough on our aspiration to colonize space. These lettuce seeds were delivered to the International Space Station back in May of 2014 for an experiment called BEG-01. And the first batch was planted and harvested that year and then sent back to the Earth to be analyzed in October. After ground-based tests declared them safe to eat, the next batch was planted July 8th, so it could run out the ISS launch menu today. So they had fresh lettuce for lunch in the space station. And although it sounds very anticlimactic that it was just lettuce and they just had it with a little vinegar and extra virgin olive oil, but the important part is that this is the beginning. This is how it all started. Thousands of years ago, one day someone planted something to consume it later, and we became agriculture, and that's how society as we know it developed. This could be the beginning of us really, really looking into living for extended periods of time in space.
Right, I love how you said that, the crunchy head of the red lettuce. I mean, that's the crux of it all right there. Agricultural sustainability in space, who knew? We're talking about thermostabilized foods here. This little bitty lettuce, what it signifies, major jump for us. It's exciting.
It's very exciting. And it's not like they never eat fresh fruit or vegetables. They do get the shipments.
Like space ice cream. That's what I imagine them eating up there. They peel off the packet and you like bite it off. It's like a dried sponge.
They eat a lot of dry food, a lot of powdered food that gets rehydrated. But they do get these big shipments. Whenever they get shipments to the International Space Station, they get a lot of fresh fruit and they just have to binge on it because otherwise it goes bad and they can keep it. But now, this is the beginning. And also, the research that comes along with this is really, really important looking forward to the colonization of space. Why? Because they say, once we get into these ships and we're going to do long-term travels,
we can also have gardening and greenhouses.
Exactly. The psychological benefits of having something live, something alive other than humans, is very, very important to make this idea of feeling at home. And I think that this is really, really exciting.
Unless you can't garden. I tried to grow a garden on my balcony last year and I killed every pepper plant. And I had one tomato, one sad little tomato that fell off. It just died. I mean, unless you can't garden and then maybe growing, you should try it on this planet before you try it in space.
Yeah, that's what they did. They grow it out there, they brought it, they saw that it was safe. The growing part of it is really, really cool because it's made on these little micro pillows. They have like a microgravity space where they have these pillows where the seeds grow and they float all together with the roots. It's pretty cool to see that they figure out a way to fight gravity, or the lack of in this case,
or work
to root down or work with the gravity to be able for the roots to grow, the level of oxygenation. They wanted to see, the fact that they were not open air and it was all, artificial source lights, that will have an effect on the growing of plants. They saw that they didn't, and now they had fresh salad for lunch today.
I believe you were just showing astronaut Stevens there, who launched from the ISS in Baikonur. I actually watched his launch in person. Cool. I did. Now he's growing lettuce. Who knew? Who knew?
It's amazing. Well, let us know how you feel about this. Are you excited that we're finally going to be able to grow veggies in space? And if you haven't, please subscribe to LibTV2.